Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another video on the channel where today we have got a FIFA battle again with Antoine Griezmann and Paulo Dybala. So if you do want to see more FIFA battles, make sure you do drop a thumbs up on the video if you do enjoy this series. Make sure you hit the subscribe button as well if you find the content fun and enjoyable. We're going on into Antoine Griezmann. So he's a 4-star skiller with a 3-star weak foot, which 3-star weak foot is not terrible this year in FIFA, but obviously we'd want it to be 4 or 5. Height only 5'9", which is not amazing, but again, height, not having the height is not the worst thing in the world. Best positions I reckon are centre forward, cam, and striker. Obviously, it's a kind of typical and standard. Best chem styles, I reckon a hunter if you're going to play him as a striker, or if you're going to play him as a cam, I reckon Deadeye is probably the best chem style for him. High work rates for Griezmann. Best stats are 92 reactions, 90 agility, and 90 ball control. And then just look at how many traits Griezmann's got: technical dribbler, chip shot, outside of the foot shot, playmaker, long shot taker, flare shot, and finesse shot. So Griezmann has got some insane in-game stats. So let's go over to Paulo Dybala and see what he has got. So going into Dybala, he's also a 4-star skiller with 3-star weak foot, 5'10", so just 1 inch taller. His best position I reckon is just a cam. I wouldn't play him as a striker or centre forward. His best chem styles, again depending on your style of play, are going to be sniper and Deadeye. Medium work rates for Dybala: 93 ball control, 91 agility, and 90 dribbling. And Dybala's also got a lot of traits: technical dribbler, outside of the foot shot, playmaker, flare, and finesse shots. So these two are two insane players, got some amazing in-game stats. But let's go into the gameplay and see how we got on with them. So guys, as we go into the gameplay, you can see this is the first team we did come up against, which is a pretty nice Bundesliga team. But this was a very difficult FIFA battle because both of these guys are absolutely insane, and they're so similar as well. You know, as we explained on the intros, you know, both having 4-star skills, both having a 3-star weak foot, both being left-footed, both having near identical card stats, and obviously so many traits and similarities are very similar as well. It was so difficult to pick between these two and pick a winner, but it was just a joy to play with them both. You know, playing with them both as well in the same team, they just linked up so well. You can see how many times they linked up with each other. They just seem to find each other all the time. You know, Dybala in that space, like that was where Dybala was so good. He was so good in that space, just linking the team together. He was unbelievable. I've not played with a player like Dybala for a long time. That's kind of like I've had that much control with. You know, in that 10 spot, Dybala was just so good. You know, he just never seemed to lose the ball. Always seemed to be able to pick a pass. Wasn't quite as clean at finishing as Griezmann. You can see that chance there that he really should be burying. But in that 10 spot, Dybala just had so much control of the game. You know, he was just always in space, was always there to find a teammate, and was just fantastic. And then Griezmann, when I was using Griezmann as a striker, he was so clinical. You'll see how many goals Griezmann does score once we get through the gameplay. But Griezmann was so clinical on that left foot. As I explained when I've done a player review on Griezmann, he's so clinical on that left foot. His left foot finesse shots, they feel like Messi. Kind of Messi-esque, you know. You just feel like whenever it's going to be on his left foot, he's going to finish it, and that would kind of be the only difference between him and Dybala. Really, is that Dybala is probably that better at controlling the game in that number 10 position, and Griezmann kind of just has that more clinical edge to his game. You know, when he gets opportunities. Typically, you know, these sorts of opportunities you expect to score. Occasionally Dybala would sort of hit the keeper with those, or just not be as clinical. So that would really be the only difference between the two of them. But they were both fantastic to use. They were both so good, so similar, and just had so many positives to say about each of them. But you know, they were both great to use. They both fitted so well in the team and linked up so well together. So it's going to be really tough to choose a winner of this FIFA battle. But I have come to a decision. So let's go and see who we decided to win this FIFA battle. So first up, we're going into the stats and how they played. And you can see Griezmann, man, in 10 games he got 16 goals. In Division 2 in Rivals as well. And he banged in 16 goals, which is amazing. 4 assists as well. So I gave him a 9 out of 10. And then moving into Dybala, in his 10 games, he got 8 goals and 12 assists. And you can see they were just so good together. But I've given the win to Griezmann. It was so tough. The only reason I'd give Griezmann the win, I just think maybe his finishing is probably slightly more important than being able to pass the ball. I think there are a lot of good passes in the game. You know, if you get someone like Kevin De Bruyne in your team, for example, I just think having that clinical player in your team that can score and finish goals, I think that's slightly more important than the role Dybala played. But they're both absolutely brilliant. I would 100,000,000% recommend you getting them, both of them. If you can fit them both in your team, that would be incredible. But I'm just ever so slightly by hair's width going to give Griezmann the win on this FIFA battle. But that is it for today's FIFA battle, guys. So if you do want to see more, make sure you drop a thumbs up on the video. Make sure to subscribe button as well if you're new to the channel. And as always, you can vote A or B of the 2 choices we've selected for next episode of FIFA battle. But that's all for today, guys. Have an awesome day. I'm out.